2003 Hyundai Accent. This is the location of the ECM to the left of the steering wheel. I undid some bolts trying to get it out, and I'll show you those eventually. First, I want to show you how to extract the wires from these connectors. So this thingy pops off, I think, just by pulling it. Mostly kind of a motion that goes from this and up. I kind of damaged this taking it off, so you may want to develop your own method. Be sure to expect there to be dielectric grease under this thing. When you're reinstalling this thing, it fits back here. Not back here. I don't know what this is for. Back here. Bolt, bolt. And see that post there, that stud? That gets a nut. Alright, so the way that this slides on, these connectors just slide into it. And they're pretty easy to get off because it's in the cabin, and I've seen newer models of Hyundai do not have them in the cabin. They have them in the engine bay. You have to have special lever release thingies. But these just slide on super smooth. Just make sure you're doing it, parallel with the connectors and everything so that you're not bending the pins. That goes in there. Yeah, that thing's permanently broken. Oops. Am I not following my own advice and putting this in crooked? No, it's fine. I think I've said it before, but this channel is mostly me documenting my own struggles rather than actually being instructional. Alright, so these thingies are what keep them in place, and I had to use channel locks because they're pretty stiff. You see these sloping slots? Those point towards the ECM. So they're sloping, think of them as sloping down towards the ECM. So they slide in to the ends of these plugs. The longer one goes in the upper or back one, and the shorter one goes in the lower or front one. That just slides in there. You might have to use quite a bit of force to get them out, but they should go in easily. To give you a better idea of how these connect to the body of the ECM, it's got these two slots, and the idea is to get it inside the body of the connector, slide over those two things, and then it's going to lock to where those studs are inside those holes. I don't think it'll even need to go in that far. I think it's just okay. After fighting with it, I have discovered something. So there's a certain point at which these slots will open up. Like there's an opening that you have to align with this, otherwise you won't be able to connect it. So just slide it to just the right spots. Gently push the connector into place. When I said gently, I meant firmly cram the heck out of it into there and then close this thing up. Alright, let's do a slower one. Just slide it partially in there. You'll feel it click. See how those things are open, closed. I gotta do this with both hands. What I'm doing is holding it down here, and then I'm pushing on it with this hand, with my left hand. and then closing it up. Alright, something I didn't realize before. When you're disconnecting this thing, it won't seat fully flush with this thing out. But as you push it in, it will snug itself flush with the ECM part. So now you're going to get to see how I got this off again. No, you're not. I'm just leaving it like it is. Alright, so pushing it into place. Everything's connected again. Grab your bolts, put those up here. This is the reason number 4 gajillion why I need a small tripod. The whole time? No. Well, anyway. That's what it's supposed to look like. And it uses a 10mm bolt or socket thing.